Hi everybody, this is Michelle. I'm your boastful hostess. Today we're going to do a tutorial and we're going to make tissue paper flowers because they're great and they serve a variety of purposes and you can make them really inexpensively because it's tissue paper. It's super cheap. So the supplies that we will be using today are tissue paper, assorted colors, scissors, and a lot of tutorials use pipe cleaners, and I'm not super fond of pipe cleaners, especially because I never actually have them laying around. So I'm going to use some yarn because I'm a knitter and I always have yarn 100% of the time. So this way I can make these and not have to get special things from the store. So the first thing you want to do is take your tissue paper, and if you got it in like a pack, it's probably all, probably lots of them all together. And so I'm going to angle this a little bit. And you're going to want to select, if you're doing different colors, you can do that. You can do them all in one color. We're going to do orange on the outside. Actually, let's do orange on the inside. Orange on the inside, green on the outside. So we're going to separate. So whatever color you choose to have in the inside, you want that to be on top. And to begin, we're just going to kind of line up all the sheets we have, and we're going to do accordion folding. And if you remember this from like elementary school, you're basically folding in and then under and then over and then under, so that when it's extended, it would look like an accordion. So in case you need to see that, it would be, let me, okay, so once you have that done, it should look like this. And then we're going to take a piece of our string or yarn or pipe cleaner, whatever it is you've chosen to use. So we have our string. We have this, and we're simply going to find approximately the center. And you tie a knot. Doesn't really matter what kind of string. Ta-da! I'm going to cut off the extra pieces of that knot. Okay. Next, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be cutting the ends. And depending on whether we cut them in a point or whether we cut them in a rounded shape, is going to affect the overall shape. And people kind of talk about, which ones are what kind of flowers, and I don't really know about real flowers. So I usually like a kind of curved instead of pointed. Okay. So here comes the fun part. We are simply going to I like to keep the back flatter. I totally should have made a smaller one because this is ridiculous. And I like to just kind of plop them on the wall. We have a lot of white walls. I'm renting, and so we can't paint. So all our walls are white, and even if we have stuff hanging on the walls, I just really like how these gives a nice little pops of color to kind of tie in all, pretty theme, decoration colors. So you can make these in multiple colors. Let's do a small one as well, and maybe we'll get a better idea of that. Okay. Only gonna edit half this video. So now we're gonna make a small size tissue paper flower. So if you're looking at your sheet and it's like this, we're gonna cut this into, clearly this is old, 4. So each one of these is gonna be 4. So I'm just gonna fold it in half. All right, so here we have our pile. I used 3 sheets of tissue paper cut into 4, so that's 12 individual things of tissue paper that we have. And once again, we're just going to do this accordion style. So fold over and then fold under the opposite direction. So then you can watch me work. And so one of the other things you can do, especially if you are using string, is if you leave a little tail, or you can find it later and hang, you know, is that you can... I almost just like tipped my computer over. Okay, so like I said, one of the things that you can do with these specifically is that if you can kind of like hang them up, you know, so that they're hanging from the ceiling, and that looks super fun, right? So here we have tissue paper flowers. They're great. They can be used in a variety of ways. This one probably could still use a little bit more fluffing out. You can kind of play with them. But that's the great thing about these, is that, you know, you can do them in a million different colors. They work for everything, so... There we have it, tissue paper. You know, you can even do like really tiny ones and like, right, you know, no. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I'm not used to looking at the camera. Okay. Thanks guys, till next time.